And
Diego's making no sense.
you're clear. Go up close, get a different view than
It looks like it's floating air.
You're stuck.
How do you like zoom in with this one?
Marvin?
Oh, hold on. Get that too, Dale. Amazing, but there's nothing for the great classic spirits like we're seeing here. This is singular.
These little, I've never seen these little staples on the side of the bed.
Smart.
Dale, is Johnny Walker Diageo?
Yes.
Yes.
That's why I took a picture of it, so you can, like I say, another story. So we'll do this one here,
Let me see.
and then we'll do one of the other ones right there.
It's pretty thick, it's pretty deep in there. Oh, that's it. And we're going to lose part of the top.
Oh yeah.
There goes. This thing records for an hour.
Empty.
Okay.
King William.
There you go.
It's not heavy enough that there might be one. Some of them might have partial.
Maybe it's worth opening the whole thing.
Can we get a close-up of that bottle?
Doctor, so that,
Sticking up there.
Dad, do you want to move over to this angle here?
And
Getting their back.
just tell me that it's empty and what was it?
This was King William Scotch, and it has evaporated, but it's still totally in its wrapping. It was a full.
Now, the wines were actual wines that at some point were sold in retail.
Right.
Because my grandfather was never moving any wine. There
Right.
was very little bootleg wine.
Right.
The wine that was done bootleg was done through a different channel, which I'll tell you about. But the bootlegging that was done from Montauk and New York was strictly all whiskey that my grandfather was involved in. The wine that my grandfather was involved with during the bootlegging, during Prohibition, was he was selling wine for medicinal purposes. And he was also very friendly with one of the cardinals in the Catholic Church.
Ah.
And what they were doing is they were selling sacramental wine.
Right.
But the actual bootlegging was all whiskey.
The vintage bottle of Pisco Punch.
Now, what is Pisco?
Pisco is a spirit that was distilled for the first time in Peru. And during the gold rush years, the gold seekers picked it up in the port of Pisco, where the brandy came from, and brought it to San Francisco. It was simple, the Spaniards coming to Peru and distilling their wines into brandy.
These were grape wines?
They were grape wines, and they were white spirits. They never aged them, and they drank it fresh since the 1500s.
So was
Take on this pile. I don't think the new Legos have it, 1786.
No, I don't think so. Or the color. The color difference. It's all part of the grand tradition here.
But it's vermouth.
It is an aromatized. Well, vermouth is aromatized wine, but Punta Mess had something more in it than regular vermouths did. It had
a little spicier.
Yes, it was spicier.
They were
It's
called
still
aromatized.
just a stunning example. Yeah, I mean, even Dubonnet, apart from being cantina, was sort of in the vermouth category, as was Lillet.
Something bartenders don't do anymore, and probably because they don't put it on the label anymore, serve ice cold. Vermouth needed to be chilled. It's never chilled anymore.
Right, and
Bartenders
that's a shame.
should chill it at their bars, and they wouldn't go bad so often. And maybe
That's-
people would still put
that's
the
exactly
vermouth
right.
in their drinks.
And
You
we
know.
tell everyone at home and in the bar business, put the vermouth in the refrigerator when you're done with it. It'll last you longer, and people will like vermouth better because vermouth is wonderful stuff.
Oh, my itself. I'll bet you this is pretty good right now.
Months old vermouth that's been sitting out all the time, not so great.